when I'm on this beat. If you feel the same as me, then you gotta agree. I'm out of my mind, out of my mind, out of my mind. Out of my mind.
Yes, welcome back. It is TrendingSA. Yes, SABC3. Yes. I don't know if anything else to say. Weird. Anyway, TrendingSA.tv is where you find us on the interwebs, and SABC3, just in case you don't know what you're watching. Anyway, it's time for us to check out some of the Facebook posts that you've given us this evening, and let's hear what you have to say. Bandile China saying it's that time of the day when I get to see the best squad with the best night show. Hashtag Nina H, hashtag Musa M, hashtag Guli R, and hashtag Pel M. I love it. Another one from Ngabagazi saying that, hey, love you guys so much. I'm fresh and all pumped up for TsA on 3. We love that you're fresh and pumped up for the show. And the last one for now is Ntangeni saying that the best show of all the time.
Yes.
Hashtag TsA on 3. We love it, we love it, we love it. Make sure that you keep hitting us up. It is TsA on 3. Now, time for the updates. Nina Hasty.
That's right, Dr. Musa Mtumbeni.
That is weird.
So yesterday we touched on mental health issues and celebrities speaking out about their own experiences. And today marks World Mental Health Day. And Tweeps took to the Twitter streets to share words of encouragement for those who do struggle with mental health. And here is what they had to say. All right, Miss McGarren says, sometimes just asking how someone is feeling makes all the difference. Hashtag World Mental Health Day 2018. Hashtag it's okay not to be okay. Hashtag it's okay to talk. Obina says, the greatest cruelty is our casual blindness to the despair of others. October 10, hashtag World Mental Health Day. Take time out to read, share, and call your fam and friends. Hashtag World Mental Health Day 2018. Emily says, World Mental Health Day 2018. Remember that it is okay not to be okay. You are not in this alone. We are here to help you fight. Take care of your mental health and don't be afraid to talk about it. No one is ever truly alone. And then Matt Haig says, and I want you to really listen to this. Mental health problems are not luxuries, fashionable, weakness, first world problems, insults, solved by pulling yourself together, less real than other health issues, a result of talking, character flaws, or taken as seriously as they should be. Hashtag World Mental Health Day. That is so powerful. I think the points raised in these tweets are absolutely key. It is important to always check on those around you, even your strong friends, especially your strong friends struggling with the disease. It's a tricky disease. It's very, very misreading. I mean, you can see someone who might be in a very good mood in one moment and very, very down in the next. There are all kinds of different types of mental health diseases. So people might be suffering without you even knowing. Remember that there are facilities like SADAG that are willing to listen and help if you're seeking help. The SADAG helpline is 0800 12 13 14, and they are open for 24 hours a day. I also have seen all of your DMs. I opened my DMs yesterday. If some of you wanted to talk on a more private platform, and they are flooded, and I see that a lot of you are in a lot of pain and are struggling to communicate those things to your families. I will get through all the DMs by the next few days. All right, listen, our next hashtag is the new Minister of Finance hasn't even settled into his new position, or his renewed new position, and people have already made him, or given him a few suggestions as to how he should handle his office. Well, hashtag what Mboweni must do trended on my timeline with some recommendations for the minister, Sha. And of course, the petrol price was at the top of the list. Let's have a look at those tweets. Andile says what Mboweni must do: first, create unemployment grants so that those who are unemployed can get 1,000 Rand per month, and the second, deal with the petrol price and free education money. Sure, it's a lot of work. And then Khotso says petrol is our main concern. Spali, do something. And with the recent passing of free Twitter, rest in data, the following tweets felt the need to ask the minister to intervene. Sizwe says, make a 5 GB data free for everyone. Data is now a basic human right. I tend to agree. True. Facts only. Demande says, provide 1 gig for all of our fallen free Twitter soldiers. Hashtag what Mboweni must do. Finally, there were some suggestions that our friend The Best in Your Vest knew all along about Tito being reappointed as the Minister of Finance, just like Sandy Sandile says, yeah, what Mboweni must do, he should thank Casper for his position. Skr.
Correct.
That is correct. How about it? Cash me inside, cash me outside, cash me at that table, because I'm walking right back.
Come back, stand or something.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Good, I like it. Now, 2018 has been a year of big headlines, like the movements hashtag #MeToo and hashtag Time's Up campaigns that have been growing in momentum, kind of similar to the hashtag that was Black Lives Matter, which saw demonstrations happening in 2014. Now, both the hashtag #MeToo and hashtag Time's Up have brought the conversation of sexual harassment to the forefront of public discourse as well as discussion. And many people, mainly women around the world, have been inspired to come forward and share their story and experiences of sexual abuse at the hands of their perpetrators.
However, with the blow up of the discussion on sexual violence and public figures being exposed on TV shows or social media like Harvey Weinstein or Bill Cosby, even with these stories, there have been a sudden rise of fringe groups who feel personally attacked by the big storm of Me Too. That is quite shocking. They're saying that I came across these 2 posts, which I will read to you guys. Must join in. Sure. If you have a son, make sure you buy him a notepad, a body camera, and a recording device. Get him a battery pack too, so he can always protect himself with video evidence of every single encounter he has with a woman. Wow. Men aren't safe in America anymore. There is a war on men. And then Esmini itu Blue Star Navy mom through Uti. This is my son, Gunyana Wamlona. He graduated #1 in boot camp. He was awarded the USO award. He was #1. He was an A student in school. He's a gentleman who respects women. He won't go on a solo date due to the current climate of false sexual accusations by radical feminists with an axe to grind. I vote #him too. Since Mario Reynolds' post, the last one I read, him too has since gone viral, and there seems to be people who support and agree with her views that men are attacked and innocent men are sent to jail because of supposedly false accusations, since the Me Too and Time's Up movements have been trending.
However, there have been a lot of good that came from #MeToo and #Time's Up movement. A number of women and some men have broken their silence and are now speaking out about their ordeals, all because such movements have made it okay and safe for victims to speak out. The other side of the story, however, there have been dangers when it comes to rape or sexual violence accusations, because at times, unfortunately, people do, or fortunately because it didn't happen, right? They do lie. Therefore, it is always very important to remember that there are actual human beings behind all these hashtags. This reminds me actually of a story of a 16-year-old Brian Banks who was falsely accused of rape, and he spent 5 years in jail. Here's a video.
Star Brian Banks dominated the field as a high school linebacker and had accepted verbally a full scholarship to USC. But then the unthinkable happened when he was accused and convicted of raping a classmate.
I was a 16-year-old boy taken away from my mom, my freedom, my football team, my family. July 25th was the first day that I stepped foot in Chino State Prison. That's how I spent my 18th birthday.
Although Brian always maintained his innocence, he says his lawyer advised him to take a plea deal. Brian spent 5 years in prison and another 5 years as a registered sex offender. When his accuser tried to reconnect on Facebook nearly a decade later, she confessed to Brian and his legal team that she had lied.
Did he break you? No, he did not. Did he kidnap you? No.
Sis.
You know, my heart beats lumpy custard. And, you know, the scenario is, of course, very upsetting. And it is an unfortunate turn of events for Brian Banks. And there are some people that I know that personally that have been in situations where they have been falsely accused of things and it has affected their lives. But I must reiterate that in the cases of sexual violence, when a woman accuses a man of rape, the percentage of it being true is higher than the percentage of men being falsely accused. Okay, so I always tend to believe the woman rather than the man, just due to the nature of the statistics. If we look at things clinically. Now, I saw these tweets that I thought captured some of my sentiments exactly. Let's have a look. All right, so this is now Rob Berg. He's tweeting from America. So he says, if you're a parent, let's look at some statistics. Your son has a 0.00321% chance of being falsely accused of rape. In comparison, your chance of being struck by lightning is slightly higher at 0.0083%. Your daughter, however, has a 25% chance of being sexually assaulted by someone in her life, at some time in her life. If your response is to proclaim it's a scary time for young men in this country, then congrats. You're not only contributing to the sad fact that only about 1/3 of sexual abuse is actually reported. Oh, I'm so mad. But you've also made it known to any woman in your life that they can't trust you when it happens to them. You are perpetuating the thing. Musa, what was the statistic? If that is the percentage?
1, 2, 3. It's probably about 1 in every 30,000, and that's an American statistic.
So 1 in every 30,000 is a false report.
Yeah. So the other 29,999 are actual rapes that have happened.
Right. Okay. Cool. So just to give you a bit of mathematical things from the doctor over here, and then this Emraz says this is every son, regardless of what kind of man he is. Gender inequality means his word will always carry more weight than a woman's word. And to suggest otherwise is propagandistic lie meant to villainize victims, appropriate our movement, invalidate it, and silence us. Hashtag him too. Hashtag choice words. All right, and then this is really sums it up for me. To people complaining that these sex abuse cases have created a world where men now have to think 10 times before they touch a woman. Yes, that's the point. It's called consent. Welcome to human decency. Thank you, Muslim.
I love that one. I love that one.
Nice one.
Anyway, I could really go on about this for a long time, but it's just the matter is this. We already live in a system of patriarchy. Men already have a more powerful voice. Why are you going to take agency away from women in a space when they're already vulnerable? You know what? Some don't come with this all lives matter nonsense.
Yeah. Look, other interesting points, of course, that you need to look at is the recent case of Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, he's been in the news for a recent rape case that's been, spoken about quite late. And of course, this is something else that's got to do with the hashtag #MeToo movement, as well as theoretically the other side that can come up and say this is the him too movement as well. And all of this is starting to build up because there are claims that he is innocent and that US courts are just investigating him for these allegations. Now, we're going to ask our guest tonight, and that is Lebu Mashile, to share her opinion on this matter and give us what she thinks about this whole men are under attack, because it sounds quite sensational to me. It sounds like an agenda that doesn't make sense, and the same anger I feel that men have to the one guy. So the one guy you spoke of that came out and we're just like, oh, how could you do that? 5 years of his life is the same energy we need to carry when we hear of one woman being raped. But anyway, we're going for an ad break right now. When we come back, you know what's happening. Make sure that you hit us up. It is ZA on 3. And of course, find us on all our socials. We'll see you when we come back.